But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. That's in Genesis also. But then here's the phrase that's only in Moses. Right on the heels of saying don't eat of it, he then adds, nevertheless, thou mayest choose for thyself, for it is given unto thee. Now you see what God is doing there? He's honoring agency, but also emphasizing accountability. And that's the contrary that God always tries to prove. Satan wants to eliminate either one. He either wants to say there's no agency, you have no choice in the matter, or he wants to overemphasize agency and minimize the possibility of consequence, no accountability. God is honoring both. I will let you choose for yourself. It's given unto thee. Just understand that the consequence is yours too. And if you want to stay here eternally, or as long as you want in the Garden of Eden, then I have to forbid you from partaking of that fruit, because the consequence will be an expulsion. You can't stay in the garden once you've outgrown it intellectually. What's interesting about this whole account is that it forces the decision back on Adam and Eve. Now, as I hinted at earlier, they'd already made the decision in premortality. But now they have to decide all over again. And this time it's harder. You can choose either way. Agency is eternal. You had it before. It was protected and preserved by Christ. The same is happening here. Do you want to stay in Eden? Or do you want to move forward along progression's highway? It is forward, that's the good news. But it's downward, that's the bad news. Choice is totally yours. Now, you chose before, but I really want to honor your agency. Not by giving contradictory commands, but by giving you a second choice, or a second chance, I should say, to decide. You see, it's one thing to decide when it's all in theory. It's another thing to decide when it's in actual fact. I love that God has enough faith and trust in Adam and Eve to let them choose a second time when it meant a lot more.